Yeah, I think what's working is engaging people in areas, having a focus to get into their homes and read the Bible with them, and being confident in that.
Could you introduce yourself to us?
Yeah, I'm Paul from the UK. I'm married to Stella. I've got 5 children and a granddaughter. It's a discipleship making movement. It's a process of basically taking a Christian off his backside and training, preparing him to go out into the world and to fulfill the Great Commission.
And so, has that been effective in your context, where you're at? Have you been able to see the Great Commission fulfilled?
Yeah, and to varying degrees. And you're always learning. Some things work, some things don't work, but we've seen a lot more fruit in our life doing this than we did before leading church. Can
you give us an example of what is working?
Yeah, I think what's working is engaging people in areas, having a focus to get into their homes and read the Bible with them, and being confident in that. Being confident to be able to teach them, equip them, train them by simply opening the Bible. That's really good.
I think a lot of people who are watching this would say, where do you find people who will open the Bible with you?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, in different nations, it's different. Some nations it's very hard, some it's easier. In England, it's quite difficult, but it's like, it's like the story of the woman who loses the coin. And she searches the whole house for the coin. And so in England, it can be hard. It just means work, getting up, praying a lot, then going out, talking to people. And as you discover people, you'll find some people who are open to God more than others, and then develop that relationship. It just takes work. Yeah, it's probably one of the most important steps in terms of finding someone who will not only open their home, but gather their friends and family to them. Or the other side of a person of peace is they may be someone who's very well known in a community, and through that person, you become well known in that community, and they open the whole place up to you. So they're quite significant in what you're doing.
How many people have you seen come to Christ through this process?
Not loads, to be honest. Yeah. We've only been going full at it for kind of a year or something, but okay. Probably between about 6 and 10. Wow. And I think if I'm right, I might be right. And then baptisms, and then the process is then training and equipping them. But yeah, we've had COVID, we've had other things. But
you invite them to a church afterwards? How does that work?
No, we act from the reality that the church was people coming together. Jesus said that he will build his church out of living stones, and then he'd fill that with his presence. And so our churches meet anywhere, in any location, and where 2 or 3 are gathered, he's there in the midst. So.
Wow. So have you been able to start some churches here in the last year or so doing DMM?
Yeah, we started... At our peak, we probably had about 5 or 6 going.
5 or 6 going, just starting within the last year or so?
In the last 2 years, yeah, probably 18 months. Some of them didn't have legs. Yeah. They kind of, they fizzled out, or people stopped going. Yeah. Things happen. So, we've also, like I said at the beginning, in re-envisioning and refocusing things, some had to be stripped back. Yeah. But we've seen the potential.
Wow.
Well, I think the word of encouragement would be a lady that now has been adopted into your nation called Jackie Pullinger. She was an English woman. Oh. She was told as a young girl that she couldn't go, she couldn't do, and she heard God saying she could. So she bought a one-way ticket. She traveled to Hong Kong. She entered Kowloon City, which you all know is the walled city, and had no success trying to do church the way she was doing it. Then she started doing it more biblically. The miracles happened, the growth happened, the disciples happened. And so that is what, for me, DMM discipleship is about. It's about you, first and foremost, becoming someone who's willing to die to everything else to follow Jesus into the harvest. What happens after that, that's up to him. That's the surprise, but that's what you get asked to do. Follow him with no promises.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. That's great. Fantastic. Okay.